Nevada. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet Matthew Stafford.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Second and 7. Stafford, and he's got it complete to Anderson.
Stafford's pass.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
complete.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And the Bills first.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
10 yards on the
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Bills.
Now Gordon on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a pass here caught by Edelman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Melvin Gordon. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And it is Teddy Bridgewater leading the way in his 7th season out of Louisville.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked.
That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's third down.
Brings up third down.
Third and long for Bridgewater. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the mind.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
It's second down.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Raiders nothing.
They'll come up after the sack on a second and 12. It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And the Bills first
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Micah Hyde.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This is caught. Gronkowski. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
10. Raiders, nothing.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
But credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now here's Inman bringing in the pass. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Julian Edelman and the rest of the offense back onto the field now. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there was going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
So far, just the single catch. That's caught by Jackson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got Jack Doyle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Raiders 3.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Mason Crosby set to kick off.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it. In this third quarter of action, takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. Overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A 10-yard pick.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Love busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
13-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And 6 at the 16-yard line.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
He'll buy some time right. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Stafford on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Mason Crosby set to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
First and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Bridgewater. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
44-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself and play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Bridgewater on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He finds his man, complete. It's Doyle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
at the 4-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So here are the Bills to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Stafford. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time. No.
Now the return the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Bills.
Recovered by the kicking team.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensitive. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
He's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 30. He's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Raiders 10.
But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Buffalo, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll try to get